Now, under the old system, and this is what you've got to get here, for literally the last 90 years, commissioners, according to the Supreme Court, could only be removed by virtue of inordinate circumstances like malfeasance in office, some kind of blatant corruption. But the beauty here is that Trump didn't cite any of those reasons. He simply said, "You're fired. You're fired. You're an auto pen hangover, so you're fired." Now, when he did that, he knew that he was going to trigger a constitutional showdown. And that's because of a 1935 Supreme Court decision called Humphrey's Executor. And that decision for the last 90 years has been the deep state's ultimate shield. Humphrey's Executor was a Supreme Court decision that protected permanent Washington from being fired by the chief executive, the President of the United States. And as a result, these bureaucrats weren't civil servants. They were political operatives embedded in permanent positions, writing regulations with the force of law while answering to absolutely no one. That is, until just last September. Literally weeks ago, when the Supreme Court made one of their most shocking decisions yet. After Slaughter sued the Trump administration, citing Humphrey's Executor, and won with lower courts ordering Trump to reinstate her according to the Humphrey precedent, the conservative majority of the Supreme Court intervened, and they granted an emergency stay allowing President Trump to proceed with Slaughter's removal, her firing, while the case continues through the appellate process, ultimately ending up in the Supreme Court. But even more significantly, the Supreme Court agreed to revisit Humphrey's Executor this December in a signal that they are ready to overturn this absurdity once and for all. And so now it's the deep state that's officially on trial. It's not just this Federal Trade Commissioner Slaughter is on trial. It's the firing, or I should say, or firing's on trial. No, now it's the entire firing of the deep state that's on trial. And the stakes could not possibly be higher.